Have you ever dreamed of visiting Thailand, the tropical beaches, the incredible street food, the beautiful islands, the vibrant cities, and the famous Thai culture that attracts millions of travelers every year? But then you check the weather forecast, and suddenly you see one word that makes many travelers nervous: rain, a lot of rain. Maybe you've heard people say, don't go during the rainy season. You'll be stuck in your hotel all day. The beaches won't be enjoyable. Your trip will be ruined. But after spending a lot of time traveling around Thailand, talking to expats, digital nomads, backpackers, and local residents, I've realized something interesting. Most people completely misunderstand Thailand's rainy season. In fact, some travelers intentionally choose to visit during monsoon season every single year. So today I'm going to show you the reality. What the rainy season actually looks like, when it starts, when it ends, which destinations are best, how much money you can save, what mistakes tourists make, and whether Thailand is still worth visiting during monsoon season. Because the answer might surprise you. Before we talk about rain, let's understand something important. Thailand doesn't have 4 seasons like many Western countries. Instead, Thailand generally has 3 seasons: the cool season, the hot season, and the rainy season. The rainy season usually begins around May and continues until October. However, Thailand is a large country. Weather patterns can vary dramatically depending on where you are. The weather in Bangkok may be completely different from the weather in Phuket. The weather in Chiang Mai may be completely different from Koh Samui. This is why many travelers become confused. They hear Thailand rainy season and assume the entire country is experiencing the exact same weather. That's simply not true. Different regions experience rainfall differently, and understanding this can make a huge difference when planning your trip. What rainy season actually looks like. Now let's talk about what most people really want to know. What does a typical rainy season day actually look like? Well, here's a real example. You wake up in Bangkok, the sky is blue, the sun is shining, you have breakfast, you visit a temple, you walk around the city, everything looks perfect. Then around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, dark clouds start appearing, a heavy tropical rainstorm arrives. Rain falls intensely for 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour, sometimes 2. Then just as quickly as it arrived, the rain stops, the clouds move away, the streets begin drying, and life continues normally. This is what surprises most first-time visitors. The rainy season is often about short, powerful tropical storms. Not endless rain all day long. Of course, there are exceptions. Some days can be very wet, some weeks can be unusually rainy. But the image many people have of constant rain from morning until night is usually not accurate. One thing nobody talks about enough is how beautiful Thailand becomes during monsoon season. During the dry months, landscapes can look dusty, grass becomes yellow, waterfalls become smaller, rivers can appear less impressive, but once the rains arrive, everything changes. Mountains turn bright green, rice fields come alive, jungles become lush and vibrant, waterfalls become powerful and dramatic. The entire country feels more alive. Some of the most beautiful drone footage I've ever seen in Thailand was captured during the rainy season. The clouds create incredible scenery, the mountains become mysterious, and sunsets after rainstorms can be absolutely breathtaking. The colors become more intense, the skies become more dramatic, and photographers often love this time of year. Let's talk about one of the biggest benefits. The crowds disappear. During peak season, Thailand can become extremely busy. Popular attractions are packed, beaches are crowded, hotels sell out, prices increase. But during rainy season, everything feels different. You can visit famous temples without huge crowds. You can enjoy beaches with more space. You can explore cities without feeling overwhelmed by tourism. Many experienced travelers actually prefer this atmosphere. Thailand feels more authentic, more local, more relaxed. Instead of standing in line behind hundreds of tourists, you can simply enjoy the experience. And honestly, for many people, this alone makes the rainy season worth considering. How much money can you save? Now let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, money. Thailand's rainy season is often considered low season, and that means discounts, lots of discounts. Flights can become significantly cheaper. Hotels often reduce their rates. Luxury resorts offer promotions. Tour companies offer discounts. Sometimes 5-star hotels become cheaper than 3-star hotels during peak season. This creates an incredible opportunity, especially for digital nomads, remote workers, long-term travelers, and backpackers. The money you save on accommodation alone could fund several extra days of travel. For many travelers, rainy season offers the best value for money all year. Of course, let's be honest. The rainy season is not perfect. There are disadvantages. Island hopping tours can occasionally be canceled. Boat trips may be delayed. Ocean conditions can become rough. Some beaches may not look as postcard perfect as they do during peak season. Flooding can occasionally occur in some urban areas. You might need to change your plans. You might need to move activities around. Flexibility becomes important. If you're the type of traveler who schedules every minute of everyday months in advance, the rainy season may frustrate you. But if you're flexible and adaptable, you'll probably have a fantastic experience. So, where should you go? Bangkok is excellent year-round. The city has countless indoor attractions, shopping malls, restaurants, museums, temples, cafes, rooftop bars. A rainstorm rarely affects your experience significantly. Chiang Mai becomes incredibly beautiful during monsoon season. The mountains become green, the air feels fresher, the countryside looks spectacular. Nature lovers often prefer Chiang Mai during this time. Khao Sok National Park becomes incredibly lush. The scenery looks straight out of a movie. If you're looking for beaches, you'll want to research carefully. Weather patterns vary between coastlines. Sometimes one side of Thailand experiences better weather than the other. Checking local forecasts before booking is always a smart idea. Packing for Thailand's rainy season is simple. Bring lightweight clothing, quick dry shirts, comfortable sandals, a small umbrella, a lightweight rain jacket, and waterproof protection for your electronics. That's really it. Remember, Thailand remains hot and tropical. You're not dealing with cold rain, you're dealing with warm tropical rain. Many visitors actually find it refreshing, especially after spending hours exploring in tropical heat. Life in Thailand during the rainy season. The rainy season isn't what most travelers expect. One thing I've learned from spending time in Thailand is that the rainy season and the reality of the rainy season are two completely different things. Before I came to Thailand, I imagined dark skies every day. I imagined sitting in my hotel room watching rain from the window. I imagined canceled tours and ruined beach days. But the reality was completely different. In fact, one of my first experiences during Thailand's rainy season completely changed my perspective. I remember waking up in Bangkok around 7 in the morning. The sky was bright blue, the temperature was warm, people were heading to work. Street food vendors were already setting up their stalls, tourists were exploring temples, and honestly, if nobody told me it was rainy season, I would never have known. I spent the entire morning walking around the city. I visited local markets, I explored hidden streets, I stopped for iced Thai coffee. Everything felt normal. Then around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, something interesting happened. Dark clouds started forming in the distance, the wind picked up, and suddenly a tropical rainstorm arrived. For about 45 minutes, it absolutely poured. The streets became shiny, people ran under shop awnings, motorbike riders pulled over, and then, just as quickly as it started, it ended. The sun came back out. The city continued as if nothing happened. That was the moment I realized that Thailand's rainy season is not about constant rain. It's about short periods of intense tropical weather. And honestly, those rainstorms became one of my favorite parts of Thailand. Why locals don't worry about the rain. One thing you'll notice very quickly is that Thai people don't panic when it rains. For locals, rain is simply part of life. People continue shopping. Restaurants stay busy. Street food vendors keep working. Life doesn't stop. In fact, many locals actually welcome the rain because it provides relief from Thailand's intense tropical heat. During hot season, temperatures can feel overwhelming. The rain cools everything down. The air becomes fresher, and walking around becomes much more comfortable. As travelers, we often see rain as a problem, but after spending time in Thailand, you start seeing it differently. You realize rain is just another part of the experience. The best thing about monsoon season. Now let's talk about something that most travel guides never mention, the atmosphere. Thailand feels completely different during rainy season. The country becomes greener, the air feels cleaner, the mountains look more dramatic. The clouds create incredible scenery. If you've ever visited Chiang Mai during rainy season, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The mountains become covered in mist. The forests turn deep green. Waterfalls become powerful. Everything feels alive. Even in Bangkok, rainy season creates a unique atmosphere. Neon lights reflecting on wet streets, street food stalls steaming in the evening, cloudy sunsets over the skyline. It's beautiful in a completely different way. Phuket during rainy season. Let's talk about Phuket because many people ask me about it. Can you still enjoy Phuket during monsoon season? The answer is yes. But you need realistic expectations. You may not get perfect beach weather every single day. Some days might be cloudy, some days might include rain. But here's the surprising part. You can still have incredible beach days. Many mornings start sunny. The ocean still looks beautiful. Restaurants remain open. Night markets remain busy. And because there are fewer tourists, the island feels much more relaxed. I've had some of my favorite Phuket experiences during rainy season, not despite the weather. Because of it, this is one of the biggest mistakes travelers make. They assume weather is identical across Thailand. But Thailand is huge. Sometimes Phuket can be rainy while Koh Samui has sunshine. Sometimes the opposite happens. That's why understanding regional weather patterns is important. The good news is that there are often destinations with better weather somewhere in Thailand. You just need to plan carefully. Here's something interesting. Thousands of digital nomads choose to live in Thailand during rainy season. Why? Because everything becomes cheaper, apartments become more affordable, hotels offer discounts, flights cost less, and popular cafes become less crowded. You can often live in Thailand for significantly less money during monsoon season. That's one reason many long-term travelers actually prefer this time of year. One evening in Chiang Mai, I was sitting in a small cafe overlooking the mountains. It had rained heavily for almost an hour. The clouds slowly started clearing. Mist covered the hills. The sun broke through the clouds. And suddenly the entire landscape glowed gold. It was one of the most beautiful travel moments I've ever experienced. And it happened because of the rain, not despite it. That's something many travelers never realize. Sometimes the weather creates the magic. If you're planning a trip to Thailand soon, I hope this guide helped you make a better decision. Have you ever visited Thailand during the rainy season? Would you travel during monsoon after watching this video? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this guide useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more travel adventures around Southeast Asia. Until next time, safe travels, and I'll see you somewhere in Thailand.